Hello and welcome. This is our first show together from here in London, central London, right on Baker Street. On our right is the Sherlock Holmes Museum and behind us is Madam Tussauds, Rohit Juglan, Debashish Sen and me. All our teammates are also coming. In fact, they're on the flight as you watch this show on a Sunday in India. The theme, can India take inspiration from South Africa? All three of us were there at Lord's. Let me ask Debashish and Rohit one by one. Rohit, you go first. Can India take inspiration from South Africa?
I think it's a very, at this point of time, we can believe in that particular thing because the way we saw Temba Bavuma, the way we saw Aiden Markram. I remember that last word from Graeme Smith when he was asking his players these questions that, no one gave us a chance, at the very start. Everyone was saying, and you ask us, we'll, obviously we want from our heart that, South Africa will win. But if you talk about ratios, we're going to definitely say that 60-40 in favor of Australia or a 65-35. If you are more generous, then you can say 55-45, but you can't say that, South Africa is favourites here. So at this point of time, again, England's bowling lineup, yes, they are a little inexperienced, but if you, consider the conditions, if you see their if you have a look in their batting lineup, all averaging over 40 plus, and then the kind of record us having here with a little bit of inexperience without Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. Again, the people will say that, England's favourite. But as you rightly said that, all of them were saying that Australia were favourites, but South Africa humbled them. It's time for we to do that.
Debashish, for a man of colour, a black man, to lift the world test mace at Lord's, how important is this for world cricket?
Huge. This is a huge statement made by Temba Bavuma and his boys. Means obviously a special mention for Temba Bavuma, who is somewhat he's been mocked. There are memes in social media, but to come out with flying colours and to be the most successful run scorer for South Africa in this WTC cycle, apart from Aiden Markram, that says it a lot. Means obviously South Africa over the years have produced some outstanding coloured cricketers, be it a Makhaya Anthony or
you talk about Hashim Amla.
Yeah, Hashim Amla, but obviously, but none of them has went on to win an ICC title, and that too out World Test Championship. And so in that perspective, I would say it's a huge statement. But as you rightly said, whether India can take inspiration from South Africa, I go back to your interview that you took yesterday of Dilip Doshi, where he mentioned that India have to play the ball rather than thinking about the bowlers.
I think that was a very, very interesting point. But World Test Championship, Rohit, New Zealand, Australia, South Africa, good for world cricket.
Yes.
Different teams winning. Now, India T20 champion, Australia 50 over champion, South Africa Test champion. So this is becoming great for world cricket. No one team is dominating.
Exactly, and for a country like South Africa, we always talk about the big threes. We talk about England, we talk about Australia, we talk about India, as far as winning the trophies are concerned. But this is the year. This is the year for those teams who are not winning anything. You saw a Harry Kane lifting the trophy
Correct.
in this part of the world. And apart from that, you rightly said about the RCB thing. Now the South Africans, and I really tweeted this out that put this word which start from CH, which they rather use in front of South Africa, end it with S, but then it's not chokers anymore, it's champions. CH and then ending with the letter S. So I think that's really good for the world cricket. And now if you see the way our cricket is going, as you rightly said, the 50 over different champion, T20 different champion, Test cricket different champion, and nobody at this point of time you can say that dominating each and every kind of cricket at this point of time. We saw where Australia struggles, we saw where India is struggling at this point of time, and we know that where South Africa is struggling at this point of time. But what Debashish Dai told, that for Temba Bavuma with single leg, hamstring, yesterday, and after that to play that kind of innings and to lift that trophy, I remember that image. On one hand, his son was there on his hand, and the other with the test mace. It's a statement, Buryada. It's not just winning. It's a statement that Temba Bavuma, at this point of time, I think every cricketing story is revolving around him.
These are moments. I mean, whether it is Siya Kolisi, take from Nelson Mandela.
Yeah.
That's the story of South Africa. That's the Rainbow Nation really making it the Rainbow Nation. This is a moment for world cricket. This is a moment for world sport. From 1991, when Jagmohan Dalmia got them to Calcutta, both of us were part of that, that Clive Rice toss. From then on to now, this is the biggest moment in their cricket. Coming back to India, Rohit, today
But I want to know what's your expressions about this WTC, South Africa winning this WTC.
Thrilled, because I said it in our live straight after. This is great for world cricket, more than South Africa. For world cricket, a new world order. It's not Australia. The Chokers tag rightly said, this champions part is something I will borrow from you. Chokers to champions. Beautiful, beautiful. Debashish gave his ticket to a fan.
Yeah.
You should have seen that fellow's expression. It was as if he's made his life. He kept giving him his number, saying, come and call me in London. I need to take you out. You could realize what it means for South Africa. Coming back to India, Rohit, the Beckenham practice is coming to an end.
Yeah.
You will be part of the press interaction.
Yes.
India should, the practice game, they've got time here. Gautam should come back sometime soon is what we've been told, not exactly the date yet. India should start to believe something can happen, because this is the time of the underdog.
Yeah.
And the underdog triumph. If India starts this WTC well, they are playing South Africa home, West Indies home.
Yes.
It could be our year, 2 years later.
Obviously, and if you see England and if you see India, we are not, I won't call them underdogs, but I'll definitely call them, not the favorites at this point of time. Indians are not the favorite in this part of the world. We know we came very close to 2021 in 2021 towards the trophy. But at this point of time, the preparations were, they are doing it on a right way. The bowlers are doing their bit. The batters are finding their form. Debashish and I, did this video yesterday where we were talking about that. What are the positives as far as this India A games are concerned? Yashasvi Jaiswal, yes, he's not able to score big runs at this point of time. But look at a KL Rahul. Look at a Shubman Gill. He started with a half century. KL Rahul with a half century. Shardul Thakur, he was, in the nets also. If you see him bowling, him participating in that, India A games is a big plus. And we remember that what kind of a performance he did as far as that South Africa tour is concerned. 7 for in Wanderers, him picking up Joe Root continuously in that 2021 series. So there are a lot of positive factors if you see this Beckenham intra-squad game, and before that the practice also. So whatever, I think our preparations are really well at this point of time, but we have to see that where we start as far as Leeds is concerned.
Sure. To end this video, let's also put this. He reaches Leeds 3 p.m. local, which is 7:30 India Sunday. Rohit Juglan completes the Beckenham bit, comes in Monday. Amit Shah joins us from Manchester. He's flying in through Manchester. Shormishta and I are in Leeds. Not the Home Minister, of course. Amit Shah, our cricket correspondent. Shormishta and I will be in Leeds from around 4 p.m. And as you watch this video, Trisha, Shubhayan, Gargi and Rohan are on the flight, the Emirates flight via Dubai. So the entire 9-member Revsportz team will be in Leeds Sunday night, Monday morning. This will be the biggest coverage of all. We can guarantee you that. Color, flavor, breaking, news, exclusives. If you've seen our list of exclusives, we put out 7 exclusive interviews in the last 2 weeks. We got breakings, we've got color, we've got Bangla, we've got Hindi, we've got English. This will be the most comprehensive and holistic coverage.
After Team India, we will be in numbers.
Exactly. 9 of us. We should have got 2 more. Anyway, we could have had our playing 11. But that's what it is. We'll end the video here. Time for us to call it goodbye now. But every news, every breaking, every exclusive on Revsportz. Keep watching.